Remembering that when you're dealing with your whole square, when you finish, all of these have to add up to 100. Yes? Okay.
So what should we put for this Issenya08? I don't know who says that on there. And how much do you think that it takes up of the square?
Anybody? What do you think? 10.
It looks.
To me, I think this here is bigger than the tree.
Yeah?
20?
Yeah, 20% is about right. So we put 20%.
This might not be right, we're just estimating.
Yes. We don't know exactly, but we're just guessing. And how much space do you think this sisal leaf takes up? It's less than the IOC and the grass. So how much do you think? Not very much, is it? Yep. At the back?
10%.
10%.
Yeah?
Yeah. 10% seems about right. So we put 10%. Now this stone takes up very little space, doesn't it?
Fine.
So how much do you think? Do you want to say?
5%.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Good
Right.
idea. And then we just have the leaf.
And then we have the leaf and some
We have the
soil.
grass on there.
So how much do you think the leaf takes up? Yeah. You?
25%.
25%.
But what we have to realise is this is the last thing. So they all have to add up to 100. Yes, yeah.
So how much is that? 25.
So,
So put 25% for this leaf, yeah?
yeah.
And
Okay, so then in total,
you have
it all adds up to 100. Yes? Do you understand what? No, no? Wait, let's do it. 30, 40, 60, 70.
oh, we forgot.
No, what are we going to 30, 40, 50,
Maths
60,
teacher.
75, 80. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Okay? Yes? So now, if we hand out the ones you did yesterday, as a group, we want you to make up a table like this.
Next to your square, and then
Yeah? Okay. Each one. Everybody.
you ready? Group 7? if you look at how much ground is square, then it's how much do your table with one book.
Out of your whole square. So you may have different percentages, yes? That's it. Everything you got to put a label to, you're doing the table like it's on the board, yes? So you will write down the type of thing, you write down the tree, soil, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. Then you put the percentage. Soil may be soil, that is very much, that may be 5%. This tree might be not quite maybe about 15%. Yes? You do it like that. Everything else is the table. Then you've got the correct
It's served.
It's served.
Can you see without your glasses?
Yes, very well.
Oh.
Just for reading. Well, actually, I'll tell you why, actually. It's no, reading
I
and
heard enough
dyslexic, I
of
squint. But when I go to the theatre,
Is that the
I
neat-
get cheap
yeah.
seats.
This is fantastic. I'm really happy with this one. Who is this?
Where have my stickers gone? Gosh.
Oh, I got them somewhere. Or did you find them?
No,
I
they're just
found
there.
Oh, you
them
found
on
them,
the
good.
TV.
Oh, that's right. I forgot them.
I put them there.
Thank you.
Fine,
Doing
thanks.
marking, I'm writing out all
Is
that.
it really excellent?
You know, on this one, this up.
Oh. This I want.
Photograph of you looking.
Oh, we need to sort that out. Fiddling around.
Did you just go through the whole just for that?
I'll just come out.
That's why I didn't realise I was a map. I thought because I looked for mine and then stopped. So I put all mine in so I never had.
Oh no, I'm just being such an error.
Is one of them. Because I thought.
Thank you.
I thought if I get.
Yes, maybe you can put it in.
Amen.
What do we have, Joe? Explain what we've got. There we go, we're doing things right. Joe?
Yeah.
Explain what we've got.
I can't see it yet.
Or radians and degrees, and inverse sine.
Okay, we have
and the fraction
potatoes.
Oh, I like the fractions.
Yes, we like the facts. What is yours?
I hate fractions normally.
Meat, I think it's lamb, beef, rice, plenty of rice,
seems like
and
Yeah.
melon,
I
and
think it actually.
pineapple.
I remember it from last year.
Where is the nursery?
It's on a rock.
under the tree, he said.
On a
Well,
tree.
perhaps it moved.
By a rock under a tree.
So it's makeshift.
We don't have an actual
What is it?
Oh, what
They
do
don't have a
do?
what?
I don't know. We had some books with them,
Yeah,
didn't
we
we?
had an ABC English book.
Oh, can we go?
They don't have a what?
It's
Only between 8 and 11 though. I think it seems to be mostly
What's
the
this?
staff.
Nursery.
Yes, it is. It's a good idea. It's a very good idea. See if it goes.
Staff
Children.
Yeah.
Children, yeah.
Anybody want any rice?
What is it? Rice? What do you want?
Potatoes, potatoes.
I know you like the rice.
What's that little one?
Yeah.
Meat.
Oh.
Rice, anybody?
No, potatoes and meat.
Well, you had your fair share of your patties, didn't you?
I had
At
3.
11 o'clock.
You're
Well, they had
Really?
2 for us.
I had these, and I think
I was so happy.
yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Potatoes.
Yes, please.
I meant it nice.
Yes, we can sort it out. Try and get my head down. Me? You invite some pineapple. That's an interesting combination. Yeah, it is. could, couldn't you? They just sit and listen. They would sit and listen.
But isn't that not the point? Are they supposed to be talking about ideas? Because I don't want to just give all.
No. But you will say, what do you think?
And then start a discussion.
And then they will put up their hand and they will stand up and give their point of view.
Don't you think? So wouldn't it be better to circle in a circle or something and just start a discussion between the kids?
Is that what you want?
It wouldn't work. Would it work if you had you got them into, well, this was something that was suggested to me, you put them in twos and you say, right, you're going to come up with so many reasons for, you're going to come up with so many reasons against, and they haven't got to choose, they've just got to think, because the whole point is to try and
So do you want to focus on Form 4? I think you should focus on Form 4 then.
And then you can...
I think Form 4, we've already got quite a lot of ideas floating about.
Oh, have they? So Form 3, we'll go back. What would you vote for? Because you obviously can't do all three, because you haven't got time, it's only 2 periods.
All three, what?
Form 3.
There's Form 4.
I do Form 3 because Form 4 we've already had that discussion on Sunday with them.
Yeah.
And Form 3 we haven't had that discussion with.
We do a fair bit with Form 4 now.
Oh yes, that is true.
3.
That is true. Okay, you would do Form 3. So would you do Form, you do 3A, period 3.
Right.
And
Form 3 is, English is reasonably good, isn't
3B, it is actually. 3B, period 4.
So there'd be 3 of us, so we'd split them into a third.
That would be nice, that would be nice. Oh no, there's less than that in 3A. There's not 60 in 3A.
Okay, that would be better.
That would be better.
And do you think it would work then, kind of splitting them into 2? Then put this thing of, right,
You've
you've got 5 minutes.
Yes.
You've got 5 minutes, you come up with so many ideas for the motion, and then you've got to come up with so many against.
Yes.
And then you can summarise them. I suppose you haven't got, you could be near a board, but you know, you can summarise them somehow. It's just verbally sort of thinking about it.
And we could go and do board games.
Yeah, the easy lot.
Scrabble.
Oh, because you got nothing.
Shall I show you the start?
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Right. Where do you want to begin? How have you found teaching here?
Teaching's been really exciting here. I didn't think I'd be very good at it, but the lessons are really hands-on and interactive, so it kind of evokes the students to speak anyway. So it's not as if you have to drive them all the time, and it's really rewarding when they, you know, speak in full sentences and get it all right. So the English has been really good, but then I've been teaching maths, which I found really difficult. I was teaching maths to Form 4 girls, and although that's their GCSE standard, the maths paper was as hard as my A-level paper. So I was trying to teach them stuff that I've just learnt this year, and although I could get the answers, to try and then explain it to them when they do different methods, and they also just remember the formula and don't understand what they're doing, is very difficult, because they just sit there and you'll write on the board and I go, do you understand? Yes. Yes, I understand. Do you understand? Yes. Okay, explain it to me. No, I don't have any idea. And so it feels as though you're kind of, you know, slapping your head against a brick wall, because you'll explain it and you'll explain it again and they'll think they understand, and then none of them can explain it to you. And so I tried to bring them up to the board to write it down, and that worked, but you realise that you've got some really clever people and then everybody just copies off them. So, yeah, I found maths very difficult to teach, but the English lessons have been really good fun.
Okay, and how does their learning, explain a bit more about how you find their kind of lack of understanding, but they just kind of learn by rote compared to Wakefield?
Yeah, here they just seem to be dictated to, and they're told the formulae, whereas they're not explained how the formulae works or why, in fact, you've got that formulae. Like, I was in a lesson looking at somebody else's maths teaching, and she'd written on the board about the addition of logs and how if you add 2 different logs, they effectively multiply together. And then they just have to memorise it. They have no understanding of why, whereas in England we use algebra and explain why this happens, so that even if you can't remember what the rule is, you can derive it from your knowledge. So here they're just told something and then accept it and then apply it, which gives problems in Form 4 when they have to apply stuff they've learnt 2 years ago and they've just been told it and they didn't understand it then. and they can't remember it, and so they get everything wrong. And then also, she wrote questions on the board, which I thought, yes, maybe it'll be able to show that they understand it, and then just wrote the solutions straight away. So everybody was just copying blindly off the board, no understanding of what they were doing. And I think this is why, you know, the math results are so appalling here.
Okay. I don't know, do you want to say anything else about class, about how you found the lessons, or about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just going to stare at me for a while now.
Is there anything that we've missed? So would you have any suggestions for them, given the fact that they've got big classes and not a lot of teachers?
Yeah, it's really hard with the size of the classes, but then I've been into Samson's classes, who's an English teacher and a really enthusiastic teacher, and he's really good because he repeats everything to make sure they get it, and also always says, "Is it?" and make sure that they reply, showing that they understand, and ask questions all the time, so they have to give the answer. Whereas in the maths lessons, I think they just need more interaction and explanation, because they all just sat there. There was never any asking of questions, or you show me how this answer is done. And even though you have a big class, you can still give them time to do a question, instead of just giving the solution straight away. And also, I think explanation in maths is imperative. It's all about the understanding. There's no point in just learning formulae, otherwise maths just becomes boring and it relies on your memory completely. So I think they need to explain things, and hopefully get some textbooks to use.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, let's have a practice this, see how it goes. Okay, go.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata.
Stop. Okay, let's try again. Okay.
Primed. There you go. Can you see this?
Go.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your day. Yeah, Lizzie.
Cool song.
What's she put on?
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
She's alright.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Shall we just speak and see if we can hear
That's
us?
the thing, I didn't want
Yeah,
to
it's
be
fine,
too
I
close.
can hear
We
you.
can.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to listen to it after you've sung it and see how it goes. Go on.
Can't see.
Go. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's all problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's all problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Sam, they all want to say goodbye to you. Bye, Sam.
Goodbye. I'll see you in England. Bye bye.